What if you can? That's cool. Well, anyways, hi guys, welcome to my another episode of my podcast of Talk to Me, I'll Talk Back with Memo. Today I have my friend, my girl is a good friend. Her name is Mayra. Mayra, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. That's good.
I'm glad to be here. So thanks for having me.
Of course. And Myra was the last. I didn't plan on doing her today, but something happened that I had to call, like get her here today. So she's here now,
Yeah.
and I see you're holding a Jesus. Are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
I tell her not to be like, just let it go.
With the flow.
Con confianza. You know what I'm saying? Keep it tranquila. We're just chopping it and stuff like that. But today I want to ask Myra a couple things because I know me and her, we go through the exact same thing. Well, not exactly the same, but we witness guys anxiety and depression.
Mm-hmm.
Those I've been through it. I know you've been through it too. Like my first question to you is, what do you think of that? What do you think about depression and anxiety?
Um, what I think about it,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a horrible feeling, first of all. Like, it's just something horrible to experience, and it's really, you have to be strong minded to be able to get through episodes or just seasons of it, really. I started experiencing anxiety with my ex, not my baby daddy, but like the guy I dated before my baby daddy. We were together for like 6 years, and I started experiencing like really bad anxiety with him. And at the time, I didn't really know like what that was.
What it was, yeah.
Because I had never experienced it before. But then I started getting really bad, like um with my baby daddy as well. I mean, there were a few situations that triggered the anxiety, and then the anxiety would trigger like depression episodes. Um, so yeah.
So that's right. And then you've been suffering from that to this day. You taking medication and all that?
I took medication. Yeah. I decided to get on medication last year, and it was my first time ever considering it. I just felt like I was at a point where I was really tired of the constant cycle of being in that. And I just didn't feel like I was mentally strong to overcome it anymore.
Yeah.
Because I started getting really suicidal.
That's
Um, so probably 2 years now. Probably like a year and a half that I've been suffering like with like the depression that gets to like a suicidal point.
Yeah.
And so I want to say I started chemo medication um last year in June. I started my medication. I started with antidepressants.
And does it make you feel better though?
It does.
But does it get you tired and all that?
I mean, your body has to adjust at first.
True.
You like they started me off with like a small dosage to get like the body accustomed to it, just like anything. And I mean, it did take me about like 3 months to feel normal.
Yeah.
Because it does make you drowsy. I mean, there's different side effects. Um, and now, I'm on antidepressants and anxiety medicine. Just due to a situation that I went through, a few months ago. Um, it was that, or either getting on like psychotic meds, and I was like, you know what, like let me just try
like tracking anxiety and pills and all that first. I've been through the same thing, pretty much. I thought of, committing suicide myself. It was to the point where I told Emily, hide my guns. Because I had no way out of this anymore. And it all started because right after COVID, my body started changing. And I didn't know how to adapt to it. And I felt like I was a failure to my family, which is Emily and Mito. I didn't know how to snap out of it, but I can understand you. I'm not on meds. They have prescribed me meds, but for some reason, I'm just hard headed. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to take these things. And it's been 4 years and I still haven't taken any. And I feel like I've been doing better, but it hits me here and there. It still hits me here and there, and I get depressed randomly. I cry, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. And I can totally understand you though, of how you feel with depression and all that. And something, I don't know about you, but something that kind of gets to me when people tell me it's like, it's all in your head, because I get where they're coming from. I don't know if that gets to you, but it gets to me when somebody tell me, bro, it's just all in your head. Snap out of it. Like, bro, if it was that easy, I would have done it.
A long time ago.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that, And obviously, nosotros que creemos en Dios, in Jesus Christ. Sometimes, like, I think about it. I'm like, man, God, if you're really with me, why am I going through this? I start questioning him and everything. But then again, his disciples question him too. But it's like you can't let go regardless. He's there. It's been 4 years, bro, since I thought that I was literally gonna die because of all that. I'm still here. Who's been there?
Yeah. Do you think it was like your almost near death experience that started or triggered the anxiety?
Yeah, it had to be that.
Yeah.
It had to be that. As a matter of fact, I don't think you remember, but I think I called you one time when I first went through it. I had given you a call because I remember you had told me that you had gone through depression and all that. And yeah, it was bad, bro. It was pretty bad. But shit, look at us. We're still here, right?
Yeah.
And I have questions that I write down before, like, antes de que sepa, like, when I know that somebody's coming, I kind of be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna ask them, this and that, right? So that was one thing that I wanted to ask you about your depression and anxiety. And then otro que te quería preguntar was, I know you have your daughter Mia. She's what, 4 years old now?
She's 4. She's gonna be 5 in May.
In May.
Mm-hmm.
She was a little baby.
Yeah.
I remember when. You want to get into that story of your daughter being, a little preemie?
A little preemie baby?
Yeah.
Of course. Like, I mean, I look back to that and I really hit rock bottom. I mean, that's one of the things that is tied to my depression and anxiety. So I guess I'll start with I had Mia May 6th, 2021. And basically it happened like 2-3 days that I felt like something was off.
Yeah.
And
you felt your body being off, or you felt like I don't know.
Well, I was going through a lot of work stress at the time, with the company I was with, and I feel like I was overworking myself, specifically that week. And no estaba comiendo bien, like I was running around a lot, and I mean, I just feel like that I had been like what caused me to having her early, but like I would feel her kick like once or twice a day. And like for me at the time, like that was weird because Mia siempre se movía mucho, like she's very active. And I told my baby daddy, I was like, something's off. Like I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. And I end up going to get monitored at the emergency room at the ER. And they immediately are like, okay, we're gonna monitor you. I think they monitored me for about an hour, and they were like, we're gonna need to keep you in observation like overnight. And then I just remember they put me in a room, like probably within 10 minutes, a bunch of nurses and it started rushing in. Like it was just like very chaotic, and I was like, what's going on? And then I see the doctor come in and he's like, we're going to have to do an emergency C-section. At the time, it was in the middle of COVID. So my baby daddy wasn't there. No one was there. I was by myself.
Yeah.
And in reality, my biggest fear was having a C-section. And so my biggest fear became
yeah.
Yeah. That was my biggest fear. And I just remember, like, I started crying because I was so scared, and I was by myself, and my baby daddy was working. I was like, I don't even know where this man is at. Like, I'm here by myself. Like, I don't even have my mom, at least. So I ended up calling my sister, and I'm like, I'm gonna have an emergency C-section. Like, they don't know what's wrong with Leah. Like, but if they don't get her out, like, there's a high possibility I'm gonna lose her. And that was really traumatizing to go through that by myself. But not only that, exactly a year prior to that day, I had lost my first pregnancy. So
you were pregnant before?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. No way. Did you tell Emily about this?
Yeah, me and Emily were pregnant at the same time.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
You probably did tell me, nomás que se me olvidó.
Me and Emily, like, when
she was pregnant with what, baby?
Yeah.
Was it me?
No, you could be This man. Okay, so when Emily was pregnant with Memito, I was pregnant too.
Oh, shit.
And I remember when she gave me the news and I gave her the news, I had a feeling, which was, and this is, I'm getting sidetracked, but it was so weird. With my first pregnancy, I told Emily, I was like, there's something off. Like, I feel it in my soul. Like, something is wrong with this pregnancy. And I was right. Um, there was something wrong with the pregnancy. It was not a viable pregnancy. So I ended up losing my first pregnancy May 6th, 2020.
Damn, bro, had no idea about this, to be honest. I really didn't. And I thought your baby daddy would at least mention something to me, but I guess it hit him también in a way that he felt like probably didn't want to share, which is understandable.
Well, we posted it that we were our first pregnancy. Yeah.
Bro, man, I forgot, Mayra.
I mean,
so
you were probably focused on.
Yeah, I was probably doing my own thing that I don't remember. I really don't remember, pero damn.
So that being tied with having Mia exactly a year later, it was so traumatizing because I had already lost my first pregnancy. Like, it wasn't really a pregnancy, it was a miscarriage. But then Mia going to the ER and, it's exactly a year later and I'm like, am I about to lose my second baby?
Your second baby, yeah.
No,
yeah.
And I estaba sola. Like, it was horrible. It was horrible being there by myself. I remember they were prepping me for the C-section and they put me in the operating room. And it's scary. Like, I mean, in that moment, like, it's just this really bright white room.
Do they put you to sleep? No, right? Or they just know you have down?
No, they don't put you to sleep. I mean, they, creo que sí te da, I don't know. Okay, but like maybe they give you medicine to like calm you down. Well, they had to do the epidural on me and I could not stop shaking. Like, I had 3 nurses on me, like trying to calm me down because that's how scared I was. And, they did the epidural. Fernando, my baby daddy, like he made it literally like 5 minutes before they were gonna do the C-section. So he made it just on time. And I mean, we've talked about this experience, like, my baby daddy, we've talked about it before. And he was pretty traumatized by it too. Because during the C-section, basically, they put like a cover, like a shield where I can't see anything. But my baby daddy said that like whenever they opened me up, like he just saw like all of this blood splatter all over the doctor. Yeah.
Damn.
And he was like that was pretty traumatizing for me too because they were just tugging at your body and like you were just out of it.
Like you were
I was in shock. I was awake, but he's like you were so out of it, like you were just spaced out. And like yo me acuerdo que yes, I was spaced out, pero nomás me salían lágrimas.
Yeah, because of what you were going through.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it was like it's still 50-50, like if Mia was gonna be okay or not when she came out of me. But yeah, she came out just fine.
And, yeah, she's grown now, and
she came out just fine.
She was here earlier, and she didn't no se le quería despegar. Tiene mamitis.
Tiene mamitis, right? Yeah.
So, I mean, some of those kids, right? She's a little girl, and she knows her mom. She's super sweet, bro.
Yeah.
I love little Mia, and glad that she's doing good now, and she's over there playing with my son now.
Yeah.
And I really want them to grow más, what I'm saying?
Together.
So they can get along just like me and your baby daddy. Me and her baby daddy, para los que no saben, her baby daddy is my cousin, my closest cousin that I have, one of my closest cousins, because el otro close cousin that I have, he's my next door neighbor.
You think he's like your closest cousin?
Well,
yeah.
Like I
He
grew up my
doesn't
whole
say
life.
that about you.
He doesn't.
No.
Shit.
No.
Well, okay. No, but yeah, I can, consider him my closest cousin because pretty much the man we grew up together.
Yeah.
When I came from Mexico and
Didn't y'all live together for a minute too?
yeah,
Like,
when I got here from Mexico, yeah, he lived con sus parents and ever since, ya después, y no nos hemos despegado. But ahorita now, yeah, because, he's doing his thing and, well, I have my own thing that, but obviously that happens as you grow up.
But I wanted to add about Mia, dude, y'all, she was 2 pounds when she was born. She was really small. And, I mean, she had to get intubated as soon as, she was born. She was intubated and they put her in,
People?
yeah. And then they had to fly her out to another hospital. Yeah, because of like how preemie she was, they didn't have a level 4, I think, NICU at the hospital I was at. And that's like,
is that the highest?
Yeah, like it's just a special, like that's for like very small babies.
Wow.
So la tuve on Thursday, and I didn't get to see her again until Sunday. Because yo estaba internada in the hospital after my C-section. So, like, that whole experience triggered a lot of anxiety and depression, too.
I can understand it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's really wild. That's really, really wild. But I'm glad you're doing better now, Mayra.
And Mia y'all see her? Y'all wouldn't even think that a baby is a preemie.
No, definitely. Ya está grandecita, she's already big. And that's, también es un blessing of God. Only God knows, what I mean? Tiene la última palabra. And, I'm glad you're okay and she's okay and they're both doing fine. So with that being said, Mayra, I want to move on to the other question that I have for you. Obviously, tienes tu daughter. Are you planning to have any more? After what you've experienced, do you still have plans of having another kid?
My answer would be no.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if I would have been open to the idea of having another kid, it would have been with her dad. Because I would want for it to be like just one family.
Yeah. Like you don't want it to be different dads. Yeah.
No. And that's me right now. If you would have asked me the same question probably like a year ago, or I don't know, I mean, a year ago or before that, after having Mia, I would have been like, no, like I never want to have kids again because that whole experience was just very traumatizing, along with my miscarriage. My miscarriage was probably one of the top 3 most traumatizing things I've been through. So just going through all of that, like I was like, no, I don't want to have kids. Like the recovery after having kids as well. I mean, I don't think people talk about postpartum
depression and all that. Yeah. Is that that's a thing, right?
I went through it. I went through it after the miscarriage, which that also is something people don't talk about. Like,
what do y'all really feel? Like, okay, I get it. Y'all feel alone, or what is it that y'all feel when you're going through postpartum depression? Is that like different for every girl, or is it kind of the same thing for everyone?
I mean, I can't talk on other people's experience.
Have they talked to you about it? Like, has Emily talked to you about her going through that? Because I think she has.
Emily, no, she doesn't really open up emotionally.
And I'm telling you, Emily is one of those type of. Oh my God.
No, I tried to have like deep talks with Emily, but like Emily,
she had no. I'm telling you, bro.
It's not that she doesn't have no feelings, but she's reservada.
She is, and
she really is.
The thing with her, that's something that me and her kind of get into. Like when I'm saying argue, right? So okay, we discuss about it, and it's like, babe, you gotta at least show me some type of like. To me, like if you're showing like some emotional support, like si te estoy hablando, right? And you're just like so blunt about it. Like, bro, do you even care? You know what I'm saying? Like that showed me, like, okay, show that you at least care. But Emily's like that. See, I'm not the only one that says it.
Yeah, I mean, she's been through other hardships, and I've tried to be there for her as much as possible. But sí es muy reservada. Like she doesn't talk much about her feelings, and I respect that. You know, everyone's different.
Yeah.
As for me, I'm a vent.
You pour out, yeah.
I'm a vent.
Yeah.
Like,
So that's good, Mayra, because I mean, like, that's something that you know, and this goes for everybody that does go through depression and all that. Bro, speak out. You know, talk to somebody. Porque if it wasn't for me and I was still going through that, and if I wasn't to say anything, God knows if I still would have been here. To be honest, I don't know about you, but that's me. I had to speak to somebody because I had no other way out of it.
No, for sure. I mean, I can talk about my miscarriage. Um, you know, the postpartum after that, I wasn't even aware I was going through postpartum until I talked to my mom about it. Um, Unfortunately, it was such a traumatizing experience that my depression, I would think it was chronic. I was having nightmares.
Mhm.
But I would
Was it because of the medication or just?
I wasn't on medication.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So with my miscarriage, I wasn't on medication, but I I went through that traumatizing event, and then I would have nightmares about the devil, um, like the paralysis one,
Sleep paralysis.
the sleep paralysis
Mara,
one.
you know what's crazy right now that you just mentioned that? You talk about you going through depression and you travel with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
I traveled with the devil for a whole week when I was going through this.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it like crazy, bro? Is you really think? Because some people, I really do believe like nosotros estamos en un spiritual war.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think depression, that is the devil trying to fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's crazy how you just mentioned that about the devil. I keep going. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I've had sleep paralysis dreams where, you know, I mean, it's crazy, but I don't want to get too much into detail with that, but yo rezaba el Padre Nuestro. Mm-hmm. Like, no me salía bien in my dream because, you know, dreams, like, you don't really have, like, but, like, dude, I would pray el Padre Nuestro in my dream, como me saliera. Uh-huh. And, like, yo, like, me sentía que estaba consciente. Nomás no me podía mover. And I would dream about my dad dying. I would dream about my baby daddy dying. Like, I mean, I also think that it was maybe me grieving the pregnancy loss. So that happened with that. And with Mia, and I was very suicidal actually after the miscarriage. Like, Fernando, like, my baby daddy, he was there for me. Because there was multiple times that, like, I really wanted to go through with, like, ending my life. Mm-hmm. And then after Mia, that was a different type of postpartum. That one felt lonely. I felt like I didn't have control of myself. Um, I had Mia in my belly one day. The next, I was recovering from a very intense surgery. She was miles away from me in a hospital. My body no podía. I could only see her for about 2-3 hours because if not, like, my C-section would hurt. And so, you know, like, sometimes people aren't there for you. In a specific, like, sometimes your partners aren't there for you as an emotional support.
You know what? I can relate to that. You know, I'll say it now. You know, me and Emily do have discussions about that because I feel like, you know, Emily. I love Emily, you know, but I feel like, como es muy reservada, you know, and it's like I kind of wanted her to be a little more, you know, support me a little bit more. But she, you know, she has her own ways of. I mean, she is there for me. Don't get me wrong. Like, she really is on whatever she can do. But her thoughts is like, what can I do? What else can I do? I guess her is like, I want to do more, but I can't. You know, what else do you want me to do? So I'm just like, just be there. You know, sometimes I just need you to be there. Oh, you know, whatever. But anyways, keep on going. I just wanted to say that because I agree with that.
And it's very lonely. Like, after I had Mia, I didn't have my baby with me. I was recovering from the surgery, and I actually had a really horrible recovery. Like, my cut ended up opening back up after a day that I spent 6 hours in the NICU. Like, my cut opened back up. And so I had to go through a procedure. And my mom was like my only support at that time. And I was alone. Like I felt my mom me decía, me tienes a mí, mija, like me tienes a mí, aquí estoy yo para lo que tú necesites, échale ganas. Because she saw how depressed I was. And I was like, it's just not the same, mom. Like having the support from the person you made a baby with to having your support. It's not that I don't appreciate your support, but it's different. I made this baby with this person, and like I feel so alone, and I don't even have my baby here. And every day I wanted to kill myself. Every day, like I didn't want to like, but I didn't want to kill myself. Like I want to be with my baby, but your mind plays tricks with you.
Yeah, it does.
And like because she was in the NICU, I had to pump milk for my baby, so I was on a pumping schedule. Y yo lloraba, like me la pasaba like pumping milk for her, and I'd be crying the whole time. And my mom would be like, "Mija, like you cannot be crying while you're pumping milk for your baby, like it's bad." And I'm like, I just can't. Like I feel like I don't have control over my body. When my C-section opened back up, I had to go get a procedure done at the clinic with my OBGYN, um, Dr. Lamia, and like they did the procedure without any anesthesia. Yeah, because like I don't know. I guess it's just like things that they feel like it's not necessary.
Yeah.
But that was like my rock bottom when my cut opened back up and they did that procedure on me.
Not even local anesthesia.
No, dude. No.
That's crazy,
and women go through so much, and I just feel like no one really understands and no one really talks about it because it's things that are very vulnerable. And I mean, everyone has their own opinions. But that moment for me, I was like, nothing more. I mean, baby daddy with me. Like my mom is delivering me to my appointments. Um, I feel so alone. I remember I got home that day after I went to the clinic, and I called a close person that I had at the time, and I was just bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I want to die. Like, I feel like I don't have control of my body anymore. I feel like I'm losing the battle. Like, I don't have the person that I need by my side for emotional support. I feel lost, and I feel like I just can't handle these feelings. And it was really sad. Um, I was very lonely. So I started praying. I started praying because once Mia got home, she was in the NICU for 8 weeks. So for 2 full months, it's found in NICU. And when she finally came back home, I was very suicidal. I was working from home. It was in the middle of COVID. I was isolated. I would get a lot of shit for not wanting to take Mia to like family events, but like no one understood. I'm like, dude, I literally lost my first pregnancy. I almost lost Mia, and I'm not about to put her in a situation where I could lose her to COVID.
Okay, because she was very like
Well, she was a preemie.
yeah, she was a preemie and she was vulnerable to all these things, right?
Extremely vulnerable.
Yeah, okay, totally understandable. I feel you. I feel you on that one.
And it was really lonely. Like, me la pasaba en la casa todo el tiempo. I worked from home. I was always home with Mia. And I mean, isolating yourself can be okay, like for the right reasons, but in a moment like that, you don't even have the person that you like love the most. Yeah. At the time, I loved this person very much, and like it just didn't feel right. Like I'm like, where did it all go wrong?
Like you were he couldn't be with you, or y'all were just.
I just think that there was bad habits that took over on him, and it just really caused a lot of destruction. And I mean, it caused a lot of damage to my mental health as well. It didn't help that I was already going through postpartum and then still having issues with the person that I loved at the time.
Yeah.
And it made me very suicidal. And I wish I would have gotten help. Like, I look back now, because now I'm on medication, right? And I look back to myself in that moment and I'm like, no, maybe I should have gotten help. But I raw dogged the shit out of that depression. Porque todos los días I would think about I would imagine how I want to become myself. But then I would be like, if I go through with it, my mom is gonna find me. My dad is gonna find me. Yeah. And they get home late. Like I thought about every little detail. They get home late. My baby's gonna be in the crib crying by herself all day.
Yeah, y uno pues uno se da and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's something.
And what stopped me was thinking about how Mia would be crying because I'm dead. Like it's okay. I would think about like Sashi, my veins, and being a doctor. Like I'm sorry, it's very graphic, guys, but like those were my thoughts, and I would just be like, I can't let my parents find me like that. And just thinking about me being in that state, like actually visualizing it, and then thinking about Mia just crying all day because yeah. I can't attend to her because I'm obviously dead. Like Mia was the one that kept me alive.
Sure. Yeah. That's pretty deep, guys, you know, and I feel like a lot of people go through things like this, you know, but I, you know, que obviously I know some people that I went to school with que they've actually taken their life due to these things, you know. So whenever somebody says, you know, oh, it's all in your head, blah, blah, bro, it's deeper than that. It's way deeper than that. If it was that easy to snap out of it, we would like this, you know. But it's not that easy, guys. So I mean, like I said, for everybody, anybody that's going through stuff like that, and you know, y'all need to reach out. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm always open, you know, even if you don't know me, bro, and you need some type of help, I can try to help you guys in any way I can. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is pretty deep. And it's something that
real.
It's totally real.
It's real, and like, don't be don't be ashamed or afraid. Like you guys can reach out to me too. Like I've been through a handful of like seasons of depression where I was very suicidal, and I mean, I feel like what has helped me is just getting closer to God and totally. Being intentional with my relationship with God. You know, and this last season of depression that I had, I literally had to surrender it all to God because my medication wasn't even helping me. Mm. I went to the psychiatrist and he was like, "You're already on the strongest antidepressant. Like, there's nothing else I can prescribe you unless we go like the psychotic med route, and I don't recommend that because ese medicamento es más extremo and you'd be out of it, you know? And I'm like, I can't be out of it. Like, I have a kid.
Yeah, you gotta.
And that's why I'm here because, like, I need to function for my kid.
Yeah.
But I also need to save myself, you know? And so, a few months back, I was going through one of the worst depressions in my life, and I had to call a friend to talk me out of taking my life. And I think back, and it makes me really sad because there's only been, I mean, last year I went through a really bad depression, and there's only two instances where I really thought about taking my life. And one of them, I had to call my baby daddy because I was like, I don't know, like, what I'm capable of doing to myself. Yeah. Like I'm having a really bad anxiety attack. Like, I need you to come. At that time, I was already, like, taking my meds. And the one from a few months ago, like, my grandma said, you can't do, you know, like, you gotta think about Mia. But sometimes, like, the feelings really do take over you.
They do. They really do. Like yesterday, I mean, I had a episode, you know, I had a pretty bad episode, and Emily noticed it. You know, she was like, "Hey, you okay?" My heart started racing, started skipping beats and all that, doing this weird, crazy shit. And I was like, I'm fine, I just need to lay down. I laid down for like 6 hours, bro. I did not get up. I did not do anything. I just knocked out because I wanted that feeling to go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm pretty fine right now. You know, I don't feel anything. But it just happens out of nowhere. Sometimes you just get emotional. You start thinking shit, and your mind takes over, and it's like fuck, you know. But that's when we have to go into prayer and just let God do, you know. And yeah, these are tough things. I'm sorry. You know, I wish I had some Kleenex to give you. You know, I don't have Kleenex around here. I'm still working on my little setup. You know, I just got these what's it called, little couches and this rug. and I'm working to do more little things to it, you know.
It's just like think about like those two situations that I went through at that moment, like last year, and I look back to those moments, and then I think about right now, and how much like God really carried me through.
Exactly. Yeah.
I give all glory to Him because the last time I went through that, a few months back, I was like, if you don't carry, I literally got on my knees and prayed to God, and I was like, if you don't carry this for me, I'm not going to be able to get through this. Like, I know what to need. Mm-hmm. And llorando you've been on, like, I can't, but I can't. And Mia needs me, like, please, like, like, carry my pain from me, like, carry my anxiousness, like, take this depression away from me. Please just help me. And it's crazy because the next day, I woke up with peace.
Really? You woke up like really good?
No, te lo juro. It was like a switch, bro.
Yeah.
And that's my testimony when it comes to that, about how God saved me a few months back.
Really? That's nice, bro. I don't know if, like, I believe this porque even whenever like I read the Bible at night, I'm just reading, and you get into this peaceful sleep. Mm-hmm. Has that happened to you?
Every time I like, yeah. Sometimes I read my, like, right now I read it off my phone because it's just so much easier. But I do have my Bible. Sometimes I read off of my Bible, or I'll read it off of my phone. But lately I've been reading it off my phone, like before I go to bed, and me quedo dormida.
Yeah, and like te quedas bien dormido, like, yeah. For some reason, you know, and it's not even that it's boring, bro. No, like for some reason you're reading, mm-hmm. And it just gives you this peace that you just knock out. It's crazy, you know. So I just sorry, right? You know, that all these emotions, por lo mismo de que estamos hablando, you know, and I feel like people that actually go through it can understand it, but I understand them, and people that don't have never felt it, they're trying to understand it, but it's hard for them to, porque it's a different state of mind that, you know, when you're going through these things, your brain is somewhere else, you know, so it's just horrible, bro. It's horrible. But switching, I want to kind of switch subjects, get off topic there for un rato, you know, because
yeah, know, it's very intense.
It can get a little too, yeah.
So I'm so sorry, guys, but it is like very intense. But I think, you know, you guys can reach out to me if you ever need anything. I'm here.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Of course. Same here. If y'all need anybody, you know, I'm here as well for anybody that's going through certain things like that. You know, feel free to reach out anyway, you know. One thing I do want to ask you también, Mayra, is if you want to talk about it. If you don't, it's fine. How are you and your baby dad? You want to talk about it, or you don't? You feel like, nah, you know?
We can talk about it.
Okay.
We're good. We have gone our separate ways. The relationship ended 2 years ago.
Okay.
And within those 2 years, there was a lot of roller coasters, and I mean, just.
Is it due to habits? How you mentioned earlier that, you know, people have certain habits. Because of that.
Why the relationship ended is because of that habits that I felt that were not benefiting our relationship or our family. And we're also causing a lot of damage to my mental health. Just anxiety. Mm-hmm. Those bad habits like literally cause anxiety in my life. But I mean, I also take accountability. I feel like I decided that I needed to leave the relationship due to that, and I look back now with more clear-minded, and I was lost after I left the relationship.
Okay.
I did a lot of. I wouldn't say I was reckless, but I think I did a lot of things that if I would have been like in a better mental state of mind, I would have healed differently at first.
Do you think once y'all split up, you think you took you should have healed differently, like you said. Mm-hmm. You should have taken a different route to try to heal yourself in a different way. Mm-hmm. You think you did wrong by doing what you did, or?
I don't think I did wrong. I think that I just did at the time
what you did based on how you were feeling, like anger, all these things.
I think it's such a blur because there's so many emotions that come from that time. Mm-hmm. I think that if I could go back instead of partying and drowning myself in work, because I would work really long hours to distract myself. Mm-hmm. And whenever I didn't have the baby on those weekends, like I would go on a binge, like drinking. So las cosas que afectó nuestra relación es como yo me convertí en todo eso.
So te convertiste en lo que él es, yeah. Lo que él era in a relationship.
Yeah.
And did you do that based on like, okay, I want you to see how you're acting, like how you're being with me. I want you to see that. So was it that, or you just did it based on emotions?
No, I don't know. Look, for me, my baby daddy was the love of my life. I would have never done anything to intentionally hurt him because I care about him too much to ever do that. And I think I just did at the time what I thought was gonna like make me feel better. Mm-hmm. And obviously it wasn't good things because I was just drinking and going out. So when I look back to it, once I started getting that closer to God and like actually going to church, I was like, this is what I should have done since the very beginning. Like I should have.
You should focus
on my health. Because I started my health journey back in September of 2024. So it's been about a year and what?
September 2024?
Yeah, it's been over a year.
You're going on 2 years. So.
Yeah, so it's been over a year. Like I'm probably like almost a year now.
A year and some change.
Since I started my health journey and I lost close to 90 pounds. Yeah. So like en esa relación me perdí completamente. Like yo misma. Like I would look at myself in the mirror. I wouldn't even recognize myself. I was just like, I'm not happy.
Were you just in there con I mean, bro, I think it happens to everybody, right? Like, yo también, like, I feel like, damn. Whenever I started dating Emily, I was like, damn, I was in shade. I'm like, fuck. I'm like almost 190. No, I'm 190, bro. I'm like, I love you. But, whatever.
But I feel like a lot of my weight gain, like, obviously, it's due to bad habits that I had at the time, but also all the stress and anxiety that came from that relationship. Like, I was in constant fight or flight, you know? And I don't know, like I don't know. But I started working on my health. I started working on my relationship with God. Mm-hmm. And I started going to the gym and kind of just intentionally putting my time towards things that actually felt healthy, mm-hmm. like good, you know? So yeah, I started working on myself, and between like the past 2 years, there were a couple of times that we tried, but it was still like the bad habits that would kind of aggravate. I mean, it's pointless, at this point. And now, we went our separate ways. I got to a point where we're like, okay, like went our separate ways. He's happy to be in a relationship, and I'm just doing me.
Yeah, which you should,
Yeah, and we co-parent just fine. I mean, we try to be as flexible as possible. Like if he has work things to do or he has personal things he wants to do, I'm like, okay, drop me the dates. And if I have work stuff to do or I have personal things that I want to do, like he tries to also be flexible with me.
That's good. That's good at the end of the day. Yeah, gotta both put your part in, as parents, especially obviously para su hija, because at the end of the day, she needs both of us. She needs both of you guys, and just make it work for her, you know. And at the end of the day, y'all both can do y'all's life aparte, pero la niña también que esté bien, you know.
Yeah, of
Son
course.
los dos ustedes.
Y eso que le digo, I'm like, look, dude, as long as you're there for Mia, you know, financially, like, I think that's one important thing. It's hard times. So as long as you provide for groceries, you know, the basic needs, yo necesito que tú tengas, you
Yeah,
know? And as long as you spend time with her, are there for her as emotional support, and she needs you, like, I know Mia will be happy.
yeah,
And that's all that matters.
yeah, of
Nothing
course,
else matters.
of course.
You know?
Yeah, that's good, you know. Que los dos estén ahí and y'all both are in the same place, you know, and hopefully everything works out for both of y'all even better as time goes. All right, so there's a funny question that I had written down for you, but I know, remind me right, but if I remember, weren't you like in the tribal group? Weren't you? And I was.
Yes.
You were, right? I was. You
You
were-
motherfucker.
So you know why I asked that was because last night I had a dream, bro. I had a dream that I had gone back in the days and we were at Tribal. We were at a Tribal party and you were in my dream. You know, and then I was like, bro, the vibes, everything was way different and it felt badass, bro. Like I was like, damn, we're actually back. I knew I was dreaming, but at that time se sentía like, bro, this is badass. It was badass time. You're not gonna lie, bro. Yo estaba en un little click, you know, the LPD, lo sé. I was, bro.
Bro, that is so funny.
I just had to ask that because of the dream. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna ask you were what, Chuntineros?
Chuntineras.
Chuntineras?
Yeah. I used to hang out with the pirujos and VIPs.
How was your son?
I don't fucking
You don't remember?
remember.
I know LPD was like this.
I don't remember. I have such a horrible memory, guys. But those were the good times.
Yeah.
Like if I talk about any good times I did have, like back in the day, it was those times.
The chunky,
yeah, hell yeah.
Those were badass times.
Yeah.
They really were, bro. Yo me juntaba con a lot of the people, right? Like, pero to be honest, you know how they would dress up like boots and all that?
Yeah.
I was never that type.
Wait, so how were you dressed up?
Bro, I would dress up in Vans. Like, literally, I would dress up in Vans con skinny jeans. Not them tight-ass ones, like the little, you know, que tan a little looser. And just shirts. You know
That's still vibes.
Yeah, but you know,
yeah.
and I never wore those, ¿cómo se llaman?
Oh, like
Los
the
Santos,
Los Santos?
Yeah, I never wore none of that, bro, but I just wore hats. I still wear hats and stuff, but I never dressed up.
The snapback
The
era.
snapback, yeah.
Yeah, the
So,
era. The snapback.
It was fun at times. I just had to bring that up, you know, because I was like, I do remember her.
Bro, them times, man, them times were fire.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were. So
Those were
I'm pretty sure we have people that are going to watch this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
And they were the Four Loco era,
Yeah.
too.
The MD 2020?
Oh, yeah.
No. What? We'll get fucked up off of those.
Man.
And then, yeah, those were badass times, bro. Badass times. So, yeah, you said about your kid, right? You and your baby daddy, y'all both take care of her. You told her so. I haven't. ¿Cómo te digo? How can I explain it? I haven't seen your baby daddy in a while. ¿Cuándo fue la última vez que lo vi? Oh,
Pues me preguntas a mí como si yo
yeah,
te
no,
conté.
I was like,
This man.
I was like, bro,
Look, I'm not a toxic baby mama, guys. I don't keep tabs on my baby daddy, okay? So.
I think the last time I seen him was in Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl.
He came for the Super Bowl.
Oh, it was your birthday, no?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was close to your birthday?
Yeah. Oh, speaking about Super Bowl, I know I'm wearing a KC hat. Kansas City is not my first team. My first team is the Patriots. And I just like KC because of Patrick Mahomes. And
damn, he sounds just like my baby daddy.
yeah, I know. I was like saying her baby daddy likes Kansas City. So I was like, you know, and then again, her baby, it's Fed. Shout out to my cousin, bro. That's my cousin to death. I'm sorry what y'all went through, but that's my, you know, I'm to death. Right? I love, you know.
Nah, it's a love over here. I wish him well. Okay?
That's my
no toxic vibes over here, guys.
Yeah. But yeah, Mayra, I really do. Oh, por eso te pregunté about Fed, like y'all both take care of him and stuff like that. I want feel free to bring your daughter to play with my son at any given time, bro. Just message Emily or whatever. I want them to really, because that was me, something with me. Like, yo siempre le pregunto a Emily, have you talked to Mayra? Has she told you that? No? Have you talked to Mayra? Because I know you know.
Well, you're both always so busy, but like,
we are.
Desde que me pasó eso hace unos meses, my whole depression and stuff, um, Emily was one of the first ones like
To
I
reach out
reached
to you?
out to, and do like me and Emily, we go way back to 2018 or
Yeah.
2019.
It was
So
it was fun times, and I really do like. Yo le he hablado a Emily. I was like, man, I really pictured myself with Emily and Lomito and you and Fed, and Mia, like going places. Since me and Fed are really close, I feel like, okay, his girl, I mean, you're already friends. You and Emily are already friends, but I was like, let's take trips together. We have kids. Let's take trips. Let's go like on freaking, ¿cómo se llama? Whenever you go, in the woods and you rent this, how do you call it shit?
like camping?
Camping. I couldn't think of it. But yeah, like go camping, do little,
so
you know what I'm saying? That would have been dope. I really did picture that.
But like you can still do it, and it can either just be me and Mia, or it can be like Fed with his lady and like.
But you see, the thing is, the reason why I say, I mean, I wouldn't mind going with them, I'm just saying, like, para que Memito tenga con alguien que and grow up with. That's the whole reason why I kind of, I was like, man, it would have been dope if y'all, But things happen for a reason, bro. And only God knows why things happen, or, But, yeah, I do picture that.
Why did you make that face?
What did I do? What did I do?
You have an opinion or what?
No, I really No,
you have something in your mind?
Nah, I don't.
I didn't like that, guys. I'm just giving him a hard time.
She is, but no, yeah, I just wished everything was good,
Yeah, actually, I want to add on to that.
What's up?
Like, I would get a little sad sometimes, because I mean, comparison is a joy kill, guys. I went a month off the grid. Okay, like I got rid of all my social medias, and it was badass. Actually, I feel like it actually helped me heal faster.
Like to not see anything going around,
just being off the grid.
Yeah.
Y'all should do y'all's research, but like, yeah, like I used to doom scroll on TikTok a lot, and like I feel like that was distracting me these past few months from actually like paying attention to what I was actually feeling. So I went a whole month without any socials. I recently like reactivated my Instagram. Um, but like I feel like we also get on social media and start comparing our own life like to others.
That's facts.
And it's such a joy kill. Like, I mean, not even just in social media. A mí me pasaba que, I mean, a veces así todavía me pasa. Like, no voy a mentir. I'll go out and I'll see a family, and I'm like, where did it all go wrong?
Yeah.
For me and my family, because Mia was planned. She was not an accident or like a surprise. Like Mia and Fernando actually planned Mia. And I envisioned it to be different than what it ended up being. And it's like we don't have any family pictures. It's just weird. Like I would see you and Emily and Mamito, and then I would see Stephanie and Steven with their babies, and I would just be like, why?
Where did it go wrong for me?
Or yeah, it's like why?
Okay.
I'm like, because for a minute, yo me distancié mucho. Like I wouldn't even go to like family events. I don't know if you noticed that, like the kids' birthday parties or just family events. Like it would just be Fernando with the baby, and it just I feel like we just never give that united family picture, like, and it's like I would compare a lot of like, damn, like are we like broken? Like, is there something wrong with us? Was it just like not meant to work out, you know? So yeah, like it's 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 pretty sad. Like you talked about, like you wish, um, as a family, like, you know, you and your little family, and then Fernando and Lois, we would have been able to do those things. I thought about it too. Like it would have been awesome to have that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really would have. Then obviously the people we're around with, at least me and Emily, like most of them have families. It's not como te diré. We do hang out with people that are still like single, pero it's just a different vibe for me and her. It's like we can't really vibe out with people like that anymore because it's not just us. It's we got to think about our son's time, and we got to think about the time he needs to go to bed and how he needs to get ready for the next day. So it's like, yeah, it's a little harder to to vibe out with single people and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
cada quien, tiene su forma de vivir su vida, and obviously. So with that being said, Myra, remember, I try to set a time for every podcast, and I told her, hey, this is just gonna be like 35, 40 minutes.
Wait, how many minutes has it
We're almost in an hour of just talking.
My bad.
No, it's totally fine. I like this, bro. Like, se va el tiempo like this that you don't even notice. Like, it just goes, and you don't feel it at all. And Myra, is there anything you want to get off your chest? Something else you need to say?
No, but if y'all want a part two and y'all want some more tea, like actual tea,
I mean, yeah.
in the comments.
Yeah, like I try to tell them, like, les pregunto before they come in, like, is there anything you guys don't want me to ask y'all? Mara was one of them that said, fuck it, ask me whatever, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing, and I will say it here, is there's certain topics that we're not touching, which is politics. We're leaving all that shit out. That's for something else, whatever. But yeah, that's one thing that we don't touch here. But Myra was the one that was like, no, just ask me
Hey,
about
maybe
it.
we can do like a part two where you ask me about my dating life, because I got a lot of stories I could tell you.
Like a lot of people that you dated?
Like, no, just like how dating can be crazy.
Nowadays?
Yeah.
No, I bet. I bet. I don't think I would be like, I would honestly say it's scary to date nowadays, bro. Because
Bro,
it's so easy to.
it's not worth it. Like,
I bet it's not. So.
Like, everyone is either still stuck on their ex, not me. I'm not. No, like literally, either everyone is like not emotionally available, they're stuck on someone, or like they just don't have true intentions.
Yeah, I think that's the one I'm kind of like leaning more towards on. People, their intentions are not there.
Yeah, they're not. And another thing I want to say is like people are okay.
Go ahead.
What I've noticed is that a lot of people are willing to get like intimate without even testing themselves first.
Oh, testing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you heard about Houston being like some top city with the most HIV? You heard about that?
Mm-hmm. How true that is, I don't know, but
I don't know how. Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised, bro. That's some nasty shit.
Yeah, so like that also, like that's an instant. I mean, I've had a few situations where guys want to, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know, depending on how like things go between us, but like you would have to get tested.
Yeah.
And then they go ghost.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. It's like
crazy.
As a man, bro, guys tend to just want what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's that. I feel like you girls get a little more into like the emotional, like y'all try to connect with us more. What's that, emotionally before y'all take a step. On some girls. Because some girls, shit, I know that they're like, damn, like, la volada, güey. I'm like, damn, that's it. I just had to invite you to But yeah.
Tacos?
Nah, like literally straight to the cheese.
Tacos, eh? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want my tacos.
Some girls are like that. I'm not saying all girls are like that. But us as men, bro, at least when I was single.
Dogs.
Well, somos como le llaman ya los materias, or what they talk about in Mexico now. Materians, something like that. That are people that think they're actually animals and behave like animals.
That's crazy.
You haven't heard about that? You haven't heard about that? It's all over. I'm pretty sure some people do, but it's all over Facebook. And there's actual people that are walking like dogs.
No
Some
way.
people think they're crocodiles. It's an actual thing. Bro.
In Mexico?
I'm pretty sure it's everywhere, but it's coming a lot in Mexico. Like Mexico means a lot of people are acting like that. Therians. There you go. Therians. They're called Therians or whatever, and it's like actual people thinking they're dogs.
That's crazy.
So, shit, if you're calling us dogs, I mean, we're Therians.
I better bark.
Well, yeah, guys, thanks for listening to this episode. But I think it's time for us to conclude it because we do have an office to go clean, todavía, and it's downtown. But I appreciate Mayra coming in, last minute. Like I said, well, she had told me que quería hacer un podcast conmigo and stuff like that, but I had her plan for next week. But shit, something happened with a person that I was supposed to interview or do a podcast with, but she came in clutch, and I had somebody to actually do a podcast, so I could drop the video. It's either dropping tonight or tomorrow, just in case if you want to watch it. And for those of you that do watch my podcast, share it, like, subscribe, whatever y'all gotta do. And keep supporting me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if y'all need support from me, I'll support y'all, whatever y'all got going on. And I almost forgot, me and Emily do have a cleaning business. It's called ENG. And we do commercial cleaning, residential cleaning. And we do offer good prices, bro. And I'm 100% sure you won't get better prices, at least from what I know, because trust me, there's places out there that charge you by the hour. We don't. But anyways, then again, thank you. And thanks for listening to our stories. Mayra, anything else you got to say?
No.
You good?
I hope I can come back someday.
Of course.
To top it up.
Anytime, Mayra. Anytime.
Maybe like funnier.
Of course.
Because
we got into like the depressional thing. It was a little intense, which is good. It's going to be a good thing for people that are actually going out. Not going out, but like going through stuff like this that are afraid to speak out. But I know me and her, like, back then, we'll say that for the next podcast. Like, me and her, I didn't know her. And I remember one story when I was at the gym. I don't know if you remember. I was running on the treadmill. And then she comes and she taps my hand. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, who's this? She's like, you don't remember me? I'm like, who are you? It's Mayra. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, I didn't remember. But that's because, again, like, she's lost a lot of weight. Like, like, she really changed. And, but yeah, we'll save those things for next time. And if she, like she said, if she wants to come back, she's more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come back at any time. We'll make a part 2.
Yeah.
And we'll go into some stories, funnier stories.
Yeah, I think next time I want to make it a little bit more
funnier. Okay.
So y'all can see like my actual funny.
Her actual side. I know she shedded a little bit of tears here and there. Next time I will have Kleenex, but yeah, for sure. Thank you guys for listening to us and watching this video. If y'all do watch it or not, at least listen. And we'll see you next time on another episode of Talk to Me, I Talk Back with Memo. Thank you.